most common questions I get is how do I smooth and tone the back of my legs? So I'm going to show you exercises today that target the back of the legs, getting rid of cellulite, getting rid of lumps and bumps, creating a nice smooth surface just in time for short season. All right, we're going to start on the ground. If you have a mat, you can use it. Roll onto your back, press into your heels, and we're going to warm up the hamstrings and glutes by doing 1 minute of hip raises. This is going to warm up the glutes and hamstrings, pre-fatiguing the muscle group so that everything we do after this is going to feel that much more intense. Once you've done this workout a few times, if you want to start off with more intensity, you can do 1 minute on each side doing a single leg hip raise. It creates more intensity. But first time you do it, let's go through with the double legs, okay? 1 minute of this, really pause at the top, contracting your glutes, and you want to lift the hips up as high as you can so that you get into the hamstrings and the hamstring and where it inserts the little smiley face under your butt, okay? 3, 2, really hold it up there, and 1 more. Okay, we're gonna flip over into a table. This is a good opportunity to lengthen the spine and pull the belly in so you're getting some bonus core work. You're gonna extend one leg straight behind you and you're gonna lift that leg up and down, up and down. You want to get as much height as you can and keep the leg as straight as you can. Right now, most of the hamstring work that's happening is happening because the leg is long, it's straight and it's active, okay? Now, we're gonna move right in to staying on the same side, just 30 seconds of this one. We're gonna move into a little rainbow, circling it from side to side. So we are working the hamstrings, but you're gonna be using the inner and outer thigh and toning the glutes as well, because let's face it, you cannot only focus on one muscle without giving a little bit of attention to the muscles that surround it and support it. That's what's gonna give you that complete look. Really exaggerate this as much as you can, taking it as far across and away from the midline as possible. All right, we're gonna go right into the other side, bring the knee in, extend the leg back, and lift down. Keep the belly in, don't drop it. Again, why not work the core? Why not train the abs to be in the place that you want them to be while you're targeting the backs of the legs and all of those muscles that work together to support smooth, long, lean legs. It's also an added bonus that this is a little bit of a lower back strengthener. Warms it up a little. All right, ready to switch to those little rainbows? Take it across and back. Again, taking it across, you want to keep the toe, even keep the toe pointed, because that's going to help you keep the muscle more active. If you lengthen all the way through the toe and then move it from one side to the other with as much exaggeration as you can handle. You're almost there. You're gonna go right back into the other leg, this time really feeling the hamstring burn. You're gonna extend the leg straight back and now flex the foot. Try to keep the hip square. You're gonna curl the heel toward your glute. Now, if you're watching this before you do it, you'll think, really, that doesn't look difficult at all. But you're in for a big surprise, because this one is the one that you're gonna feel in your hamstring the most. You keep the foot flexed, bring the heel toward the glute, and as that foot is flexed, just like pointing the toe, it's gonna activate the muscle, and you're gonna feel it kind of ball up at the top and get nice and long in the back. Almost there. Very good. Time to switch it right into the other side. Extend it back, flex the foot, curl it in and back. Try to keep the knee parallel to the floor. You don't want to take it too low and you don't want to take it too high. The higher you take it, the more you'll feel it kind of default to the glutes, or just make it more challenging. But right now we just want to focus on heel right toward the hip. And you don't need to fling it, you want to keep it controlled. Almost there. Get ready to stand up after this one. We're gonna increase that intensity a little bit. Very nice. Okay, we're on our feet. We're gonna get the heart rate up a little bit and burn some calories while we shed some fat from the back of the legs. I want you to hop out and sink into the heels, and then I want you to come on your tippy toes as high as you can in the middle. You have to really sink into the heels to shift that work into the hamstring, and you've got to drop down low, because right now we want length. You're gonna lengthen through the inner thighs, you're gonna lengthen through the hamstrings. You'll feel those quads start to burn, but when you get up on those toes and you feel the calves flex, naturally you're gonna tighten those hamstrings. Plus getting that extra bounce in is gonna help increase the caloric burn as you tone every part of the legs. You're doing great. If you need to decrease the intensity, you can step, come together, step, come together. If you're feeling good, just keep hopping with it. We're almost there. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're gonna take it back to the floor. You're gonna be on your back in the position we started in, heels driving into the ground, raise the hips up. You're gonna keep those hips up the whole time. You can press your palms into the ground and walk the shoulder blades together for some support. You're gonna walk the heels out, out, in. Keep the hips up as high as you can and alternate the leg you extend. So you're out, out, bring it in, out, out. Just keep going. I know you'll feel this one everywhere in the back of the legs. I'm already feeling it. If you mix up the order a little bit, it's totally fine. Just hop back in where you can. It's gonna work either way. If you're having trouble coordinating it, you can do one side at a time and lead with the right leg first and then lead with the left leg, doing 30 seconds on each side. You're almost there. Thank goodness. You're doing great. Nice work. Okay, we're gonna stay on the ground. This one's gonna feel good. Extend your legs out in front of you and keep the feet slightly flexed. Pull the belly in, keeping the core engaged to support your back. You're gonna reach your arms up over your head. This one's gonna be great for your abs too. You're gonna roll up, seated position, and hinge forward as far as you can to stretch out the hamstrings. We're gonna take it back to a seated position, scoop out the abs, and roll down, okay? This is that dynamic movement that's gonna lengthen the hamstrings, and that is what you want. You want those deep contractions to kind of tell the hamstrings, who's boss? Then you want to apologize and stretch them out, saying, sorry I hurt you. Now I'm gonna make you feel better. Lift it up, hinge forward. If you have trouble keeping the legs in the ground, then you can put a slight bend in the knees, but you don't want to bend them too much. The slight bend will help you control the core, but you have to lengthen them as you reach forward, okay? So it's a slight bend on the way down, and then a lengthen on the way up. You can do a few extra of these if you want. Nice work. All right, we're gonna finish with a bang. So we're gonna do another lengthener, but I want you to get that heart rate up one last time. You're gonna bring the hands behind your head, pull the belly in. I'll stand to the side so you can see my positioning. Bring those abs in tight. You're gonna hinge forward, keeping your gaze forward, lengthen through the back of the legs, lift up and hop at the top. Hinge forward and hop. Of course, you can lose the hop if you wanna reduce the intensity, but when you hop through, you wanna come through the toes and then soften the knees a little bit on the landing. You don't wanna jar your knees as you land. So you're getting a big stretch, a little hop, just getting the heart rate up a little bit. Not as intense as our first cardio burst, but enough to make you breathe a little heavy, get a little extra caloric burn in before you're done. When you're done with this last minute of your program, feel free to do some additional stretches or refer to one of your yoga videos to kind of loosen things up. And 3, 2, and 1. You did it. You're gonna do this workout a few times a week for the next few weeks, and you'll be noticing smoother, tighter legs in no time at all.